Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the SBI Securities Daily Morning Podcast. Today, we will cover key development during the last 3 days. As discussed earlier, this week is a data heavy week, and we will try to cover all the data points in our podcast today. So, first important data point is on US Parliament. So, US Parliament has passed a bill to fund the government for the next 45 days, averting the shutdown. This is a kind of stopgap arrangement so that US government can continue its spending on all the government programs. This arrangement is since only for 45 days. We may see the drama again unfolding in the mid-November. So this is a temporary relief and positive from the global equity market perspective. Moving on to the next data point, we saw 8 core industry data coming during the weekend. 8 core industry is the data which constitute 40% of weightage in IIP data. The 8 core industry which this data cover are cement, coal, crude oil, electricity, fertilizer, natural gas, refinery products, and steel. So the 8 core industry data, the data was for the month of August, and it came in at 12.5% in a positive figure year over year. That's a big positive as far as Indian economy is concerned. Among them, the prominent data was for cement. So we saw cement production up by 18.9% year over year in the month of August, and was up 12.7% during April to August 23 period. So that's a big positive as far as cement industry is concerned. Moving on to the next industry, which is the coal. So coal production was up by 17.9% year over year for the month of August, and was up by 11.5% year over year for April to August period. So that's again positive for all the coal producing company, including Coal India. The next key data is on electricity. Electricity production generation was up by 14.9% year over year for the month of August, and 5.3% year over year for April to August period. Moving on to the next industry, which is the steel. Steel production was up by 10.9% year over year for the month of August, and 14.8% year over year for April to August 23 period. So all the key industries, cement, coal, and electricity and steel, are showing a very robust production growth, and that augurs well for all the listed company in this sector. Moving on to the next data point. So during weekend, we saw GST data came in for the month of August. So collection was up by 10.2% year over year to 1.62 lakhs crore. Mind you, this is the fourth consecutive month where we have seen collection up by 1.6 lakh crore. So that's positive again from a tax collection perspective. On Friday, we saw Friday late evening, we saw announcement from Vedanta and Hindustan Zinc. So Vedanta has went on a record to say that they will demerge all its businesses into the 6 listed companies, name as Vedanta Aluminium, number 2 Vedanta Oil and Gas, number 3 Vedanta Power, number 4 Vedanta Steel and Ferrous Material, number 5 Vedanta Base Metals, and number 6 Vedanta Limited itself. And this demerger will be a simple vertical split wherein the shareholders of Vedanta will get one share of all the five listed entity for every one share of Vedanta. At the same time, its subsidiary Hindustan Zinc has also announced that it will split its business into zinc and lead, number 2 silver, and number 3 recycling business. Now the key point to note in all this demerger exercise is that this entire demerger process will take at least 12 to 15 months to complete. So one has to keep in mind that the demerger timeline is pretty long. It's 12 to 15 months. So don't expect the demerger to get over in the next 2 to 3 months. It's a pretty long process. At the same time, the concerns of debt at Vedanta Resources Limited, which is the parent company of Vedanta, it will continue to remain with a refinancing need of $1.3 billion in second half of FY24 and $2.9 billion in FY25. And one positive read through in this entire demerger process is that the new business of LED panels and semiconductor will be housed in the listed entity of Vedanta Limited. Again, that's the long term positive as far as Vedanta Limited is concerned. So don't jump into the stock, although the downside is limited at a current juncture because of the very good dividend yield. But one has to keep in mind that this demerger process will take 12 to 15 months to complete, and the concern of debt at its parent level will continue to remain. So it is better that If somebody is sitting on profit in Vedanta Limited, we believe the fair value of the company at the current juncture is around 250 rupees. And if somebody is sitting in the profit, one can book profit in Vedanta Limited in the trading position. Now let us check which are the monthly data which came in. So let us first focus on Coal India production number. So Coal India production number came in pretty strong. So September production was up by 12.6% year over year to 1551.4 million ton. And for first half FY24, then the production was up by 11.3% YOY to 333 million ton, and supplies were up by 8.6% YOY to 361 million ton. That's a positive read through as far as Coal India production number are concerned. So we may see some positive reaction in the trade on Tuesday in Coal India production in the Coal India stock price. Another data which came in, monthly data which came in from UltraTech Cement. So UltraTech Cement reported robust set of dispatch number for second quarter FY24. For the second quarter FY24, volumes were up by 16% year over year to 26.7 million ton. However, was down by 11% Q on Q. Anyway, that was expected because as we all know, September is a seasonally weak quarter as compared to the June quarter. So dip on Q basis is not worrisome. However, the 16% YOY growth in on year over year basis is a big positive as far as UltraTech and entire cement industry is concerned. This would have been possible because we have seen a less rainfall in the month of August as well as July. Hence, the obstruction to the construction activity was less during this monsoon season, and hence we are seeing a robust set of number from cement company. So stock may react positively on trade on Tuesday. So let us check what has happened on auto sales number. So all the auto sales, majority of the auto companies have reported the monthly auto sales number for the month of September. And what we saw is that Mahindra and Mahindra, Atul Auto, TVS Motor and SML Isuzu has reported a robust set of number, and all these companies will remain under focus. So let us check each and every company how they have reported the auto sales number. So first moving on to Atul Auto. Atul Auto for the month of September has reported 18% year over year growth in sales number at 2,662 units, and for entire first half FY24 the sales volume is down by 7.5% year over year. So Atul Auto will be in a focus today. TVS Motor, again a good set of number from TVS Motor. For the month of September, the total sales volume was up by 6% year over year to 4,02,553 units. Within that, two-wheeler sales were up by 7% year over year to 3,86,955 units. The key positive over here is the sales of electric vehicle that is iQube. So iQube has reported sales volume of 20,356 units as compared to 4,923 units. That's a big positive. This indicates that despite of many new players joining this bandwagon of electric vehicle, TVS Motor has managed to clock a healthy volume growth as far as electric vehicle is concerned. So that's a big positive for TVS Motor. Again, on international export front, we have seen that all the companies were struggling on export front, but surprisingly, for the month of September, we have seen sales volume going up by 8% year over year. Improvement in international sales volume augur well for the companies like TVS Motor and Hero MotoCorp. So that's a big positive as far as TVS Motor is concerned. Now let's check on to Hero Moto. So Hero MotoCorp reported a decent set of number. Total sales volume was up by 3% year over year to 5,36,499 units, whereas exports were up by 36% year over year to 16,710 units. So we may see some muted reaction as far as Hero MotoCorp is concerned. For Tata Motors, the numbers were mixed bag. So commercial vehicle reported a very strong set of number, whereas passenger vehicle has shown some degrowth because company has deliberately reduced the supplies of outgoing model. So let us check on to commercial vehicle volume. So commercial vehicle volume were up by 12% year over year to 39,064 units, led by 45% year over year growth in MHCV, which is medium and heavy commercial vehicle portfolio. For the second quarter FY24, commercial vehicle sales volume was up by 4% year over year at 1,04,085 units. Moving on to passenger vehicle. So passenger vehicle sales including electric vehicle for the month of September was down by 5% year over year to 45,317 units. And for second quarter FY24, total passenger vehicle sales was down by 3% year over year to 1,38,939 units. Now, one has to keep in mind that for Tata Motors, the numbers of JLR, Jaguar, Land Rover is very important, because that is a portfolio which contributes significantly to the top line as well as profitability. So we need to keep check on that volume number also for Tata Motors to take a call on Tata Motors. Let us move on to Eicher Motor. So Eicher Motor reported very strong set of number as far as commercial vehicle portfolio is concerned. However, motorcycle sales were subdued for the month of September. But if I take the total sales for first half FY24, which is from April to August 24 period, then the sales number is very robust, and that is the reason we are seeing some positive momentum as far as Eicher Motor is concerned. So for Eicher Motor motorcycle division, the sales volume was down by 4% YOY to 78,580 units. The main dent was on international volume. International volumes were down by 49% year over year to 4,319 units. So that's a big disappointment as compared to the Hero and TVS as far as exports are concerned. So we need to hear from the management what is happening on international territory as far as Eicher Motor is concerned. For first half FY24, motorcycle sales volume were up by 16% year over year to 4,56,986 units. So if I take a slightly longer time frame of entire April to August period, the sales volume are up by 16% for motorcycle division. For truck and bus, the sales volume were up by 7.2% YOY to 6,965 units. And for first half FY24, the same number were up by 10%, 10.4% year over year to 37,942 units. So overall, a decent set of number if I take a slightly longer horizon, which is the first half FY24, and we may see some positive reaction on Eicher Motors in the trade today. Moving on to the Maruti. So Maruti has reported 3% growth in the sales volume for the month of September, whereas for the first half FY24, the sales volume were up by 6.6% to 10,50,085 units. So we may see again some muted reaction as far as Maruti is concerned. Now moving on to Mahindra and Mahindra. So Mahindra has recorded a record sales as far as SUV portfolio is concerned for the third consecutive month. So the total domestic as well as SUV sales volume were up by 20% and 17% year over year to 41,267 units and 42,262 260 units. So that's the positive news as far as the passenger vehicle portfolio of Mahindra is concerned. For first half FY24, the passenger vehicle sales volume are up by 27% year over year to 2,14,914 units. Now moving on to the tractor division, which is the farm equipment division, the sales volume were down by 11% year over year to 43,210 units. Anyway, the tractor division sales volume were expected to be muted this year because of the high base of FY23. And for first half FY24, the sales volume for tractor were down by 11% year over year to 43,210 units. Moving on to the next company, VST Tiller, the sales volume were down by 1% year over year to 2,627 units. And for the 6th month, which is April to August period, the sales volume are up by 6.7% year over year to 22,778 units. Nothing much to read over here. The next, let us check on SML Isuzu. Isuzu September sales volume were up by 16% year over year to 872 units, and for the entire April to August period, that is first half FY24, the sales volume were up by 13% year over year to 7,133 units. So that's a big positive as far as SML Isuzu is concerned. So if I have to sum up the auto sales number for the month of September, the robust set of numbers were reported by Mahindra and Mahindra, Atul Auto, TVS Motor and SML Isuzu, and we may see some positive reaction in all these companies. At the same time, one has to keep in mind that with the festive season kicking in, all the auto companies have given a very positive commentary, and they are very hopeful that the entire period till the Diwali will see a very robust volume growth. So we are positive on auto sector from a short to medium term perspective. Now let us check which are the key data to focus in the next 3-4 days. So OPEC meeting is due on 4th of October. So there we will see some announcement from OPEC OPEC on production cut or maintenance or supply increase in supply. So that's one of the key data point to keep watch as far as as far as crude oil prices are concerned. And then we have RBI policy on 6th of October. So as at a current juncture, it is a consensus that RBI may maintain a status quo and we may see no rate hike in the upcoming RBI policy on 6th of October. So that's all for the day. Thank you and have a good day.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.